Let's talk about best sources of plant-based protein so you can stay healthy and prevent disease. This is really important.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about some best sources for plant-based protein so you can be healthy and stay away from disease in general and build strong muscles and look good at the same time. Before I get into that, if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. Please tell other people. Please subscribe. I appreciate that in a huge, huge way. Also, get a copy of my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. You just Google that, Live a Cancer-Free Life. It will come up. And, we just added another 10 million people to the cancer rolls. And you don't need to be in that list, that's for sure. It's a quick read. You can get it as a Kindle copy anywhere in the world, or you can buy it as a paperback copy. Just Google the title, and it will come up. And you deserve to be healthy. Well, there are a lot of wonderful, high-protein possibilities out there for anyone who eats plant-based like me. And, look at me, I'm going to be 70. I hardly have any wrinkles at all. And, I bench press a lot of weight and I'm in great shape. You've seen some of my videos on my birthdays. I am in good shape and I feel fantastic. A lot of our athletes are becoming plant-based in general, and they are doing it because they feel better and they win more races and do better in championships. And so there's a reason why they're doing that. One of the first things that I recommend is all fruits, vegetables, grains, and beans have some protein in them and really do your body good for sure. And way too much protein is not great at all, so not good for your kidneys. And so a moderate amount is really what you want. And, actually building muscle, it's really important to allow yourself to, you got to push some weight to build muscle. There's no doubt about that. Without pushing weight, you can't do that. One of the most important things that you can eat is soy. And even Dr. Andrew Weil recommends 2 servings of soy daily. And it does not cause man boobs, does not lower testosterone, does not, mess up women's hormones, actually helps them, really great for menopause, does not cause cancer, actually prevents cancer. And we have 400, probably by now, almost 1,000 studies showing that organic soy is really good for you. There's no doubt about it. I eat it every day and I feel like $1 million. There's no doubt about it. And soy has 3 times the arginine, 2 to 3 times more glutamine in it, lots of glycine, and arginine is really important for creating nitrous oxide in the body and hormones and boosting up your immune system. Soy is good for you. And we eat a ton of soy at our house, lots of tofu, also textured soy like this. Organic this is from Now brand, really great stuff. We buy it 6 or 7 packages at a time on Amazon, and it really does a great job. There's a wonderful study of 112 randomized clinical trials showing that eating protein from plant-based lowered cholesterol, reduced markers for cardiovascular disease, and really did a good job of keeping you healthy in general. So I highly, highly recommend it. Also, lowered your chances of coming down with cancer and reduced the risk greatly of coming down with colorectal cancer. If you have colon cancer, you don't want to have that. There's no doubt about that. Also, being on a plant-based diet, people have a lot less problems with coming down with kidney disease, and people with chronic kidney disease being on a plant-based diet had a 23% lower mortality rate. They died less often, 23% of the time. Also, people who are diabetics have a lot less, protein in their urine, and also lower cholesterol and lower glucose. So, wow, really great. And one study said vegan diets were associated with substantial and a reduction in diabetic incidence in general. So, wow. And plant-based protein extracts like from rice, endosperm, and soybeans lower renal, show renal protective capabilities and function. So, really great. Also, vegan diets confer protection against cardiovascular disease, cancer, and mortality in general. Lots and lots of things. Vegan diets also have been found to have a lower risk of diabetes, diverticulitis. So if you people have diverticulitis, eating plant-based proteins are really important. It also slows down the possibility of having cataracts. Are really great. Well, beans in general are really great. These are organic. Black beans, really great. We cook our own also. Organic chickpeas, one of my favorite. Lots and lots of protein in chickpeas. Absolutely. Every restaurant here has pink beans and rice or kidney beans and rice, which is really important. So wonderful kidney beans and rice, which are really good. Also, one of our favorites here is pigeon peas, and pigeon peas have a lot of protein. Or you could probably find those on Amazon. Probably can't find them in the stores in the States, but really, really great for a lot of protein. Also, peas and quinoa or quinoa, or however you say it. Lots of different pronunciations, have lots of protein, and highly nutritional legumes have a lot of protein, really good, and can help people to really thrive. That's all there is to it. And lupin flower, the flowers, that grow in the springtime, that flower itself is really high in protein, is really great for anybody on a plant-based diet also. Like I said, pigeon peas, which are really good, rich in lots of amino acids, which are really good for the body. We eat, here in Puerto Rico, we eat a ton of them, and everybody grows them in their yard, and so it's really good for you. Millet is another one which is really high in amino acids, including lysine, which is really good for you. Fava beans, big fava beans, F-A-V-A, really good, high in protein, which is really one of the best things you can eat to increases dopamine and serotonin in your brain. Also, amaranth, everybody knows about it. It's become a little pricey because everybody loves it. It's kind of sweet tasting and very tiny little grain. Buckwheat and sorghum and quinoa, or however you say that. I get so many different pronunciations from everybody. I call it quinoa. And it really is great. It's about 16% protein. And amaranth and buckwheat are really high. Sorghum, lots of protein. Also, lots and lots of antioxidants. More antioxidants than blueberries and pomegranates, which is great. Also, lots and lots of other things which will help. Flax seeds, chia seeds have lots of phenolic compounds, also high quality protein in them, which is really good. Watermelon seeds, that's one thing you probably didn't think about as having a lot of protein, but good amounts of leucine and arginine also, which is really great. So you can eat a plant-based diet and look great. We have a lot of bodybuilders who are plant-based. We have professional weightlifters who are plant-based. We have football team members that are plant-based. All kinds of different people, even like Rich Rawls, which runs 5 Ironman races in 5 days. He eats plant-based, on and on. They are really in great shape and get enough protein. There's no doubt about it. Actually, eating protein-based, you get more protein because you cut out the animal in between, and you don't have those nasty compounds like TMAO and heme iron and things like that, which cause disease. So eat plant-based. Also, the freshwater algae chlorella has a ton of protein. Actually, it has all your essential proteins, non-essential proteins, vitamins, minerals, on and on and on. It's just an amazing thing. It has more protein than a steak. A steak only has 25% protein. Chlorella has 50% protein. I take my chlorella every single morning. It's really good for the body. And eat your beans. Beans are good for you. They will cause a little bit of gas, but that tells you that the good bacteria are breaking down the fibers to create short-chain fatty acids, which heal the body. They heal everything. And so it's really important to eat beans. Only 4% of Americans eat beans in general, and it's one of the cheapest foods out there. You know, a bag of black beans, which are highly anti-inflammatory, maybe $1.79 for a pound. Pretty cheap. That's pretty inexpensive food, and that will feed you for days. There's no doubt about that. So eat a lot of soy, which is going to keep you healthy, and also your grains are really good, full of lots of protein also, especially buckwheat and things like that. Really lots of protein. And in all kinds of different places around the world, the buckwheat is making a comeback in the world. And because I understand it, you know, pests don't bother it. And it's kind of a weed, so nobody takes, you know, even thinks about it very much. But buckwheat is amazing because it has lots and lots of protein. If you have some kind of disease process going on, give me a call at 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. If you click on Show More, that'll all show up down below also. And we can get rid of your disease. There's no doubt about it. Working with a person with arthritis yesterday. Also a person who has usually overweight, 100 pounds overweight, and on and on and on. And we can make you healthy. I guarantee you can be as healthy as I am. And I'm going to be 70, and I feel fantastic. Also, remember God, remember I love you, and also stay away from the news. It's it's like watching a concentrated version of everything bad in the world. Not good. There are a couple great places. There's positive news that you can find out there. Also, nice news, which is really great. All good things to look at, and I highly recommend them. And I recommend looking at the good in the world at all times, and that way good will come to you. Remember God. Remember, I love you.